So, this is take two of my plan to try to get a decent lap time at Detroit Grand Prix in the Skip Barber Formula 2000. I went out and grabbed some lunch, drank a bunch of water, some ginger ale. I've got a quad espresso going here, which might help, might not. I decided it would be a good idea just to see if I can do this. If you just watch the AI lap a bit from the let's see, from the cockpit, and just kind of see what kind of lines they're taking, how they're racing. My replay volume is set quite low, so I'll probably fix that here. Under sound, yeah. Still seems a bit quiet, but it's set the same as my main volume. Let's see. I'll just leave it at that. There we go. So I'm just gonna really try to focus on kind of what gear they're in, where they're shifting. Try to get my eyes looking in the right place. I've had a hard time getting the monitors kind of configured properly. They don't line up quite right. So that's something I should look into. But I can still, they're not lined up awfully. This is the start finish. Coming into T1. Braking before, like around, maybe just after the 300. Keep a nice tight apex here. Load out wide. Interested to see where they brake here. Just before the 300. I'm guessing you can take a lot more apex there than the AI do. Kind of use the curb to shorten the corner. I love that dip there. So I'll probably watch a couple laps. Maybe like 2, maybe 3 laps, see if I can remember the course layout, which is the first step. So that looked like he kind of broke around the 400. That's a cool kind of throttle modulation corner. I think it was in Forza Motorsport 4, where after you finished a race, it would just go to a bird's eye view, and the AI would keep racing each other, and sometimes me and my friend would just sit there and just watch the AI and watch them get into little battles. It was pretty fun. Just before the 300, turn in, keep it in the apex, hang it out as close to that wall as you can. So he's probably going to go for his inside here, yeah. Do they get side by side? Yep. Kind of bullied him out of the apex there. And generally too, if I just kind of cruise around a track and then take a short break, I do kind of pick up pace quicker after my little break. And eating a meal, drinking a bunch of water should help with my concentration as well. Feeling pretty much as good as I could probably feel today. Still hitting the vape, but I'm I'm almost out of vape juice, so hopefully when I run out, I can just use the patches, or the pouches. But I am glad I quit smoking cigarettes. I just feel better. My energy is more smooth throughout the day. I don't smell like a cigarette butt all the time, which is nice. Especially because I have a little date lined up tonight. So once the tires get warm, it looks like you can push it right to the 300. I like how the AI is really driving the wheels off this thing. I just went to look for a mirror, but I don't have a mirror set up in this. Just before the 300. And this is, I think... Nope, I got lost on the track again. If you're brave through that section, you can get probably a really nice run into this straight. So because you're kind of turning in, I guess you want to easily start braking before the 300. But I bet you can get a straighter line into that corner and maybe brake a little bit later. Right around the 200 that time. One of the things I do really want to set up is a track map. Just for learning tracks and just orienting myself a little bit. I guess I can kind of follow along on the one in the corner there. Which I'll probably do this lap. Just the more you can kind of visualize the layout, the easier it is to pick up any track. In my opinion. So I believe this is the final turn. No, I get confused. There's no real braking marker for that turn, so I might try to visualize one of those billboards. See, yeah, almost at the 400. It's getting a little spicy. My lips stuck together, but I was going to say mucho caliente. And he's boxing. Thank you, AI Alex Horn, for the ride along. Let's see who else is out. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, to get a good lap time in the Skip Barber, you really need to power slide some sections, but you don't want to break out too much. You just want to have a nice four-wheel sports car power slide, as Bruce McLaren would say. So I'm really trying to visualize looking through the apex and doing everything else kind of with my peripheral vision. Helps to avoid kind of target fixation. And usually helps for a smoother line when you can just kind of visualize what the exit's going to look like. Alright. I think I'm close to gathering as much information as my brain is ready to receive right now. So that's the last turn. Let's try to follow along on the track map for one lap. I think I know where we are, coming into the right, left, left, right. Nope. Right, left. Alright. Let's get to it. So I'm going to try not to hit my vape during this little practice session, but I am going to pop in a pouch. Nice spearmint flavor. So I guess you need the clutch to go from neutral to first. So this is set up as kind of a second clutch. And if I don't touch it, the clutch is just halfway pulled. You can already tell I am no robot. Alright. Oh man. I think my car was still moving a little bit laterally. And I keep looking at that wall as opposed to looking to where I want to go. Which ain't good, because usually if you look at something, you just kind of naturally go towards it. Would be neat to get some kind of eye tracking software or something along those lines so you can kind of see where I'm looking. Especially once I get half decent at driving. But hey, it's a new track. I haven't driven this car in a long time. Try not to be too hard on myself. Yeah, I gotta get a different chair too. This is really hard on my neck. So I want to be in 2 there. Under driving like a should not have gone down the 1 there at all. Don't look at the wall. seems we've been able to salvage some kind of momentum into this straighter section of the track. Little scrub off the wall there, hopefully it didn't break the suspension. Undercooking that corner is so bad. If I were to do that online, I'd just get punted right out of the way. And I'd have a little bit of this. And it's also tough on a track you don't know to be so close to another driver. Because I'm trying to judge my braking on where they're braking, but my reaction time has to be better than that. I'm guessing my tires aren't quite up to temperature either, so... Yeah, one thing that separates the AI from human drivers is I think the human drivers are better at testing the track limits a little bit more, using more of the road. So, because you're kind of loading up the car coming into there, I need to be braking earlier. Really working on my trail braking, progressive braking. Hey, AI Jimmy Broadbent is behind me. Let's see if we can keep him there. Again, this is the medium adaptive AI, so if they are really adapting to my horrible driving, then still not very confident. Confidence is something you really want to have with this car. It is still more of a momentum style race car. I went down to 1 there. Not sure if that's optimal. More of a steady throttle application there, which I'm happier about. And I did leave some on the table coming into the straight, which will cost me a lot of lap time. Let's brake before the 300 in a straight line. Down a couple of gears. I didn't have enough initial brake pressure there. I think I set the practice in this session for like an hour, so hoping to be able to find some pace, not be in dead last. I don't know why I lifted at all there. Well, I do know I'm still getting lost quite a bit. I think that's really what separates a proper racing driver and just an enthusiast slash awful racing driver like myself is they can just pick up these, it takes them like a lap or two to, it's like, okay, that's the layout. And it's always, I've always really struggled with learning new track layouts and stuff like that, which I feel like is a muscle I should be able to learn how to grow. So if this was real life, I'd be worried about the car just braking at some point on this straightaway, because I did take a lot of wall there. The wheel is straight, so that's a good sign. And the 2 maybe? Maybe, I think first gear is better. Definitely. First. Oh, I think I was in 3rd through there, that's the issue. I don't think I need to lift into that corner either like I'm doing. I'm just being extra cautious. Remember to keep it flat through there, which is nice. But I'm still quite slow, way off pace. Let that guy take the racing line, hopefully slip in behind him and learn a thing or two. If I can learn one thing, I'd be happy. Yeah, kind of locked up to make sure I didn't go into the back of that guy. And I'm in 3rd, I should be in 2nd. So I knew that I was going wide there, and I was able to adjust and not hit the wall, which is nice. I feel like if you can catch the camber just right, you can have a really good run through that exit. So I am identifying some problemed sections for me. Oh, I thought I was just going to get by without hitting the wall there, but I did turn my head and look at it, which is not a good habit. Look to where you want to go, not at the scary thing. I'm just getting swallowed. As my muscle memory grows a little bit, hopefully I'll stop locking up so much into these corners. I'm also thinking the brake bias might be set quite a bit forward, maybe. So my fronts are very locky. I feel like I should be able to give more pressure without locking the fronts. I've got to figure out how to shift through that area as well. I think I'm riding the limiter a little bit too much, but you're kind of in between gears through that section. So my goal really would be able to get a consistent half-decent lap time and then sleep on it, do a little more practice tomorrow, and then do some online races here. maybe record a few, maybe stream a few on Twitch. I like streaming on Twitch because I can just kind of put whatever music I want while I'm racing. Didn't need to shift to second there, I don't think at all. My lap times are getting a little bit better every lap. I'm no F1 driver, so I'm happy with that. I just admitted defeat there. I thought I knew the shape of that corner. I was like, oh, I'll just eat this apex and then just slide right out to the wall. And that was a lie. Yeah, just ooh. Ooh. So I started my turn in quite early, I think. So let's try to get a marker for when I should turn in. I want to be more, I guess, here. Kind of open up the corner a little bit more. So before that Firestone billboard starts. And try to use more of the track, I'm thinking, as well. It is kind of off camber, what I can see. But if I can start turning in a little bit later. And yeah, try not to go onto the sidewalk. Because that just put me straight into the wall. Into the concrete part too, not even the tires. Oh. I think I'd have to get out, go for a long stretch and a bit of a walk before jumping back in the car after that one. Maybe a concussion protocol. Well, I failed in not hitting my vape during this practice session, but it is sitting right there. Come on. So maybe we can follow somebody out of the pit. Does anybody want to leave the pit? Is there anyone coming? 3 seconds, 2 seconds, alright. Oh, I'll let this guy in front of me. I didn't see he was pulling out too. Alright. Let's try to gather some more information. Funny, I want to take big deep breaths, but I don't want to exhale too much because my microphone is going to pick all that up and it's going to be horrible to listen to. I think for most corners I'm turning in a little bit too early. Hello AI Lauren Russo. I want to get closer to you. Alright, I didn't lock up there. Very nice. A little modulation here. Breaking a straight line down to 1, I guess. Seems to have worked fairly well. I don't think I need to brake for that corner at all. I just need to lift because there's quite a bit of camber. Not ideal. Losing time for sure. I think I lost like 3/10 in that straightaway. Still turning in early, so that wall is... I don't think I could have got... I was like right in the gutter there. Can't get much closer than that. Which in a race scenario, I don't really want to be doing a gutter run every single corner. If I can take that corner a little more safely and consistently, that would be ideal. Did lock up quite a bit into that corner. I thought I rectified that, but it is cool on this track how there are little gutters that I'm sure if you put your wheel in at the right time can be beneficial. Alright, I need to be taking more speed through that section. I think next time I might just experiment with taking it flat. A lot of these corners do seem fairly similar, and they have like similar signage, so I am having a trouble placing myself on track. Gotta be in second there. It's a lot of gears to go through, but it's definitely worth it. So don't hit the sidewalk. Gotta remind myself, we do not want any sidewalk. I think I was able to keep the car in one piece, but it was a 0x, but yeah, we don't want to be doing that. I was able to kind of modulate my braking on the entry there. So my line was, it was a line. I'm thinking I definitely wouldn't want to put the brake balance any more rearward. So the car did kind of step out on me on entry there. Remember, more speed through that section. Come on, man. We want to capitalize on this flat area. But I am shaving off a tiny bit of lap time here, every lap. Yeah, I could have maintained a lot more corner speed through there as well. Yep. So I still don't know if I want to downshift to 1 or just keep it in second there. That felt a lot better and consistent. The AI are still way faster than me through that exit. I got distracted looking down at what gear I was in. Mucho caliente. Yeah, they're just way smoother than me. Way more corner speed there on the AI than I had. And yeah, I'm not being brave enough through that section at all. So let's try to be brave. Was able to get down to 2 there. Look through the corner. Still don't like my entry on that corner. The AI still has a way better run through this area. So I'm getting to know at least what I believe is what gear I should be in. Don't want to touch that curb because that pushed me out wide. So my exit was a little spoiled. Gotta be that last left-hander. The car seems to be really planted, so I gotta remember that and just get back on the throttle more confidently. And we're in third. We want to be in second. And honestly, putting the gears on the paddles would make this a lot easier, but I enjoy the immersion of having the sequential shifter. Not having any aids for the clutch is kind of part of the immersion for me. Want to be second through there. And if I ever get a chance to drive something like this on a real track, I'd love to have a little bit of muscle memory for it already. It'd be sweet if someday I could do, even if I don't plan on actually racing, just do some kind of driving school. Cooking off way too much speed there, and I'm just not the hill. Ugh. The road goes up there, which plants your car into the corner. So I've got to remember that and just keep flat through that exit, because these guys are just have it, take it, both of you. So yeah, in a car like this with a lower horsepower than a lot of other cars in the sim, you really want to be focused on your exits more than anything. Look at that. We're kind of racing. I'm going to back out. Single file through this section is probably the best idea. I'm sorry. And that's why I'm glad this is a robot lobby and not human beings. Don't want to have another junior moment. Sorry, Dale. It is nice having, I've had this whole week off of work. So I've been able to really get my mind clear and just be like, what do I want to do today? And this is kind of what I want to do today. That's it, just go right by me. I'm not even here. Here for the safety rating. I'm still getting a little more, I'm having a lot more moments than I'd like to be having. But I was more, put the gas down a little more fluidly out of there, which is good. Turning in way too early there, spoiled my whole straight. And if I can just capitalize on the exits coming into the straightaways, not brake at weird times, it's going to make racing online a lot more fun. Just gently picking off some lap time here. Oh, I'm in third. So I'm really going to have to work for it to bite off some more lap time. Getting a little happier with that, but I know I can shave off a few tenths if I get this just way smoother. What I really should do is just watch a track guide. But I find a track guide's only good if you know where you are on the track, so just getting some reps in, I think, is an important first step. Kind of remembering the layout, taking another break, then maybe watching a track guide. It all helps the brain kind of decipher things a little bit better. Alright, I gotta be back on the gas way harder through that section. Like I said, the hill goes up, pushes your car into the road, you've got a lot more grip. We are down to second, which is nice. Back on the gas. Brake straight, look through the corner, turn in. To the side. Try to stay on the apex, which I blew. Look through the corner. Missed that apex. But I think I'm at least getting more consistent. Still in dead last in this practice lobby. Ooh. That's not a good delta. Again, I'm lifting into that corner because I'm scared. Scared money don't make money. But confident money is expensive. Because sometimes what you think you know just ain't so. Oh, that would be a terrifying feeling. Ooh. Ooh, that'd be scary. So I tried to wait for the... I did what you shouldn't do. I mean, I overcooked this section completely. I'm still letting off the gas. And as I'm loading up the tires, I add brake. Which, I mean, mathematically equals wall. Just try to remember that. I mean, these are things I intuitively know. But sometimes I just do dumb stuff. It's true. But the important thing is taking a moment to reflect. Try not to make those mistakes again. Second gear, apex, back on the gas, hard. Wait, turn in. Run the wall, carry speed, hit the limiter, turn it in. Stay out of the wall there. Wait, turn in. Back on the gas confidently. And I did kind of block that guy in the apex, so I think he's going to have a hard time getting alongside. That felt good. First gear might be a little too much shifting, actually. First gear through here, though, for sure. Hey, look at that. That felt fast. And I saw purple there, so that's good. I still lifted through there, so this guy's going to have more momentum than me. I am going to try to race him. Or they. Robots don't really have You know what I'm getting at. Alright. So the first section of the track, I'm doing something not wrong. Second section needs a lot of work. Hello, what should I do here? I'm just going to follow him. If I had a better exit through there, it would have been nice, but I'm happy being right about this distance. Let's see if we can set up a nice exit here. Well, the air aren't just pulling away from me like I'm driving a go-kart, so that's nice. I want to see if I can get a visual into this corner. Oh my goodness, sorry. Da, da, da. Come on, that section is flat. I always lose track of where I am through there. And look at the gap he's making just because I let off in that corner and took a turned in way too early, got off the gas. That's not the move through there. Tires are real grippy now. The car was kind of bogging down from the low horsepower and lots of grip. So in most areas of the track, I feel like I know where I'm going. Oh, yeah, no. See, I thought that was the corner that I could take flat. But it was not. That was scary. The braking boards should have given me a little hint there that that was not the corner, but at least I hit the rubbers and not the raw concrete. Alright, I'm going to do a few more laps and then probably just post this as like a progression to my first attempt at this. Maybe take a little break, do a stretch. Watch some track videos, and maybe post a part 3 of my practice session. Shubara-beepa! Yeah! For the 300, 1, 2. Apex. Late turn in. Smooth, 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 smooth. Lift, little touch of brake. Back on the gas. Down to 1, little blip, back on the gas hard as you can. So that section, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's an improvement. Let's brake at the 300, trail. Cooked off too much speed there. 1. Easy. So you want to get as much speed through there, but try to keep the car from penduluming too much. Penduluming. This is the corner. That's the corner. Okay. Oh, yeah, I did that again. So I'm going to end this little practice session. And I'm making a little rule to myself. Just post what you film for now. I mean, it'll be fun to kind of look back on it in a few months when I've been doing it for longer. Just as see if I've been progressing. Nice little thing like that. Again, thanks for checking her out. Hope to improve my overall quality of these little videos. Try to stream on Twitch some more. Might not do that today because I got some plans later in the evening. But hey, who knows? I'm also not really set on any kind of given schedule at the moment, because I find if I'm inspired to, I'll try to film a video. If I'm inspired to, then I'll try to get on Twitch. Once my work really comes into full swing, I'll kind of get a read on where my energy levels are, and then might have some kind of schedule or that sort of deal. But yeah, stop recording.